Greetings, greetings, greetings. Wow, wow, wow. I'm really getting a little bit aggravated at the people, the clowns, I want to call them, that are just really not understanding what our movement is. We shouldn't even have a movement. We really shouldn't, because it should be already known. We shouldn't have people trying to steal our legacy, people trying to steal our creations. We shouldn't even have that. There shouldn't even be a discussion on it. But here we are, and we're having it. People been calling me racist, and I'm just getting after Puerto Ricans, that I hate Puerto Ricans and I hate Jamaicans. Even call me anti-Semitist, and so I just had to come and address this, for all of these colonizers, if you want to call them, that get on channels and get on medias to disclaim what we have done. Let's start off by saying this: where we created something that is $1 trillion industry, and we've been creating things since I guess the beginning of time. And so the stuff that I talk about, I go back to 1971, and this is the creation for my area, my group, my people. And so when we first started in 71, a lot of Puerto Ricans were coming in, and we didn't even see that many Jamaicans, but a lot of Puerto Ricans were coming from Puerto Rico and coming to here. Now I'm gonna just keep it 100. I 100. In 1971, the Puerto Rican families that I saw didn't know anything about our culture. They did not. They wore, and I don't be think that I'm snapping, because I can snap, but they wore no socks, patent leather shoes, Highwaters, and different colors such as pink, purple, orange, yellow, light green. And when they came here as kids, of course we talked about them, because we didn't know, that that's what they wore at their, we only know what we wore. So we laughed at them and we made fun of them. Now, at that point, as us doing that, they actually hated us. They hated us. They hated us. They didn't want to be around us or anything. Now, some very, very few did say, "Oh, we're not Puerto Rican, we're black." A lot of my friends back then didn't even speak Spanish. Some of them were born here and they didn't even speak Spanish. They didn't know Spanish at all. So, my point is this: in the creation of hip hop, the creation. I'm not talking about after. I'm not talking about what was included, or what. I'm talking about the creation of hip hop. There were no Puerto Ricans. There were no Jamaicans, Dominicans, or any other people other than us. There were no other people other than us. And this is another thing that I have to express to people. In the creation of hip hop, we were kids. We were kids. We were not teenagers. We were not even teenagers. We were kids. And those breaks and stuff, you have to look at. I'm in the process of making a book, but in those times, we had so much energy that listening to those drums and listening to how it was put together, we were just energetic. We were energetic, and we were able to concentrate on the drums of what we were doing, the dance, because we love to dance. Okay, we love to dance. My people, my elders were just they were teenagers, and they were just, we would watch them dance and be like, wow, they would create these moves, and they would create things that just blew our minds. So of course we wanted to do that. One of the things that I saw and I see is, till today, we're still setting trends. Okay, if you look back 10 years ago or whatever, when we started doing our videos, and I'm talking about the culture since 71, when we started doing our videos, I came out, one of the first videos that I made, and I spoke about Pygmy Markham, and I let people know that that's what we were emulating. Now, at the time that I said that name, and I said that, people were not talking about it. People were not talking about Pygmy Markham. They were not. And when I said that, and the video started going viral, and the video started being successful, then everybody started talking about Pygmy Markham, when they probably never even heard the record until we played a snippet of it on that channel at that time. So that became a craze. That became a trend. And that's just, no, you can't slice it. You could go back and look and see that I started a trend. We started a trend because that's what we were doing. We were doing this. That's who we were emulating. And so a lot of people don't understand where these things are coming from. They don't understand that. And so they do it, they listen to the trend, and then they become part of the trend, and they do it. Another thing that we started, and it's just the way we are creating things. We're basically the ones that started people even having this conversation about the Jamaicans and the Puerto Ricans. We basically started that. Go back to our early videos and you'll see that we started it. And so now it's a trend. It's a trend. That this is what all the comments, all the conversations are basically about. A trend that we started. Now, the basic parts of what I'm saying to you, and why I'm saying this, is because as kids, we were all over the place. We did everything that we could to make sure that we had fun. And that's what this hip hop started, for having fun. We didn't know nothing about money, making money from what we were doing. We didn't know nothing about it. We didn't care about it. We didn't care about getting money for having fun, because we were just kids and we were having fun. So everybody starts talking about, oh, where are the flyers for this? Where are the pictures for this? Where We're talking about 71. We're talking about Project Kids. We didn't know anything about making a flyer for us to have fun. Think about it, people. Use your head. Think about it. What would we be doing making a flyer for us going outside and having fun and playing music? What will we do that for? Where does that come from? Okay. So we were not thinking about making a flyer. We were not. We were kids. I had a Mickey Mouse pull the ear down camera. Okay, and still, I wouldn't bring that everywhere outside with me everywhere I go. No, we would do it on family trips or whatever. I take pictures or whatever. We weren't thinking about taking pictures of us having fun. We're not thinking about that. So all of those that come with and it's usually the younger people, they come up with, well, where's your pictures and where's your proof of that you did that? If you were in 1971, you would know that the adults had cameras. We were kids. We didn't have cameras. So that's why it's not documented. That's why we can't. So now, this is the good part of it, the really good part of it, that those people in the creation have that for the rest of their lives. They have those memories for the rest of their lives. And so usually the people that were not there, the people that were not there don't understand. And everyone, and I'm saying everyone, that says, oh, where are the flyers? Those are the people that were not there. They were not there for the creation of hip hop. So if you're a journalist, as you call yourself, and you say, well, where are the pictures? Where are the flyers? You were not there. You're only getting data from which you heard. You're only getting data from what you heard. See, it's a difference from people that heard things, that hear things, than the people that were there. Puerto Ricans were not there. And even if, by chance, that they were there, one or two were there, they were not participating on creating it. They were just there. They were watching what we were doing. That's it. And in 71, you could count the Jamaicans on one hand. You could count them. And if they had Jamaican background or whatever, they wouldn't let you know that. They would not let you know that they came from that country. Because just like the Puerto Ricans, back in 71, Jamaicans wore no socks, pointy dress church shoes, and Highwaters. Same thing from the islands. That's what they wore. That was custom. And the reason how they got it was that people would send them their old hand-me-downs to Jamaica and Puerto Ricans, and they would wear them. They would wear the hand-me-downs that we would throw out. We would throw those out. And people would go to these thrift shops or whatever and send back to Jamaica and Puerto Rico. And that's what they wore. Once they got that in Puerto Rico, they would be glad to have it. They would be glad to put on those patent leather shoes that nobody ever wanted here, that they threw away. They'd be glad to wear someone's Highwaters, because remember, we were kids, and so we grew quickly. So we would get Highwaters in a matter of summers. They would become Highwaters. And another thing is, we, us kids, us remember, we would never wear the same style going back to the first day of school. Okay? So we would definitely have to throw away all our old stuff, because we would never want to wear that again. If we wore that last year, we would never want to wear that again. And that is so prime to what we are today. That's so prime of how we have to match today, still to today. We still do that. So a lot of these customs and cultures that we did is because we were bringing over from what we see our elders do. Okay? And our elders were cool. They were cool. When we watched James Brown get down, we saw those dances, we saw those moves, we created our own. We looked at James Brown and saw how he did his stuff, and we came and we put a twist on it, and we created it the way we wanted to do it. We created it to hearing the music to how we wanted to hear it. And that's the creation of hip hop. One more thing I want to address is that each one of these people, even some of these pioneers that you call them, are trying to fit the timeline to address when they came into it. Okay? The reason why they can't go back to 71 is because they were not there. They didn't know nothing about what was being created. So they create this timeline. But I say this, and they say this is one of the things that I heard. They say, oh, but in 77, that's when all the elements came together. What elements are you talking about? Okay, so if we were DJing and we had somebody on the mic and someone was dancing to it, and they were dancing even harder when the breakdown came, when the drums just it was solo in the drums, and they were making the things, and we were talking on the mic, and we were DJing to that. That's hip hop. That's hip hop. And those elements were together. So those elements were together in 71. So I made a point the other day. I was talking to Lord Jamar, which is, hey, listen, Lord Jamar, I don't care what people say that he wasn't there or whatever. He's just like I am. My elders came and taught me, and his elders, us, taught him. So just like the elders said, grab Shorty, let me show Shorty what to do. We did that with Lord Jamar, and Lord Jamar got that. So he has that in him. That's a part of his DNA. So all the people that saying, oh, Lord Jamar wasn't there, those are the people that don't have it in them. Those are the people that don't have it in them. But back to what I'm saying. So the elements that we were doing, that was hip hop. Point blank, period. That was hip hop. And so now people are making these comments, oh, it didn't start into, no, that's when you got into it. That's when and by the time 77 came, that's the second go round. You dig? That's the second go round, because we started in 71. Then another group of people came in like 73, 74, or whatever. Now, by the time, which I'm going to save for my book, but I'm going to tell you why we went and we left it alone. I'm going to tell you why in the book, why we left it alone. But we left it alone. So by the time 77 got here, we were in total different range. We were in total different range. And we were totally doing something, creating something else. And what we created, it did some stuff to this world that we and sometimes we have to look at those things and say, man, we're part of some things that shouldn't have happened, some things should have happened, but we're a part of that. And so, like I was saying, going back to what I was saying about the people that try to put these new dates in and timelines in, it's because they were not there. And I'm gonna just be 100%. KRS is a good dude. He's a good dude. From what I met. But I don't understand why he talks things that he doesn't get confirmed first. I don't understand that. I don't understand why anybody would talk things that weren't confirmed. Me, I'm a type of person that I don't carry hearsay. I only talk about what I know, what I witnessed. That's all I do. I don't talk about, oh, well, if I wasn't at a party, then I'll ask questions. What did they do at this party? What happened? But I won't act like I was at that party and say that this is what they did, or even if somebody tells me that's what they did, I'm not going to say that, because I risk the real person that went to that party not get and whoever told me not getting it right. So I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't risk that. Okay? I wouldn't risk that. And so that's why these people that say these things that weren't there, they're coming under fire. Because they're saying, well, didn't you say that? Didn't you say this? Didn't you say that? And it doesn't add up. So all I want to say is this, I've been creating a book. I've just been so lazy. I've been doing it since 88. Actually, I've been actually writing this book since 88. Okay, so I've watched all the different generations and I watched all the different things come. So now I'm putting in, thank God that I was writing memos, and thank God I was writing things. So when I do complete this book, it's going to open the doors for a whole bunch of questions and understanding, because I was there. I was there. And, I thank God that I was in the projects that I was, because Bronxdale is unique. It's always been unique. I thank God that Mario let us kids come and put those breaks on his turntables. In the book, you'll understand why the breaks came about, and what we were dancing to, and who we were emulating. That all of that'll be in the book. But I'm stopping. Putting out these videos and stuff to let people take my information and claim it as theirs. I'm not doing that anymore. I just, I was in microphone check, and when I look at it, I really think, man, if I had just thought about it, I probably wouldn't have done that. I really, really wouldn't have done that, because, for different reasons. But I just say to myself, okay, enough is enough. I can't say it more than anything, but Puerto Ricans, Jamaicans, and no other people were a part of the creation of hip hop. They weren't, and that's just it. You know, you people can say, "Oh, well, they were there" or whatever. Okay, just think about it. Name one thing that your culture has done for hip hop. Name one thing. Name one thing that you were doing or your families were doing before the creation of hip hop. All right, just think about one thing, okay?